Hello, long time no see. I'm coming at you today with something cool that I just found out how to do. So this here is my stamping press. It's the We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press Advanced. I didn't particularly want a Misty, so I got this instead. I actually had the older version of this press, but this one I like a lot better. I know not everybody's crazy about this, but what I love is that the press plate here can come off and it can rotate. And that's what I'm going to be using it for today. So I just watched a video from RachtheStamper talking about, like, it's an older video, I think from like a year ago, talking about how to build your own wreath builder. So I followed her instructions. I just cut this piece of paper to 6 by 6. I drew like a crosshairs at 3 so that it's divided, equally into quarters. I cut a piece of paper. It's 4 1/4, folded it. I actually used this little scrap paper, lined it up with these crosshairs. You can watch her video for all the instructions on how to do this. But what's really cool about doing this with this particular press is the way that you can rotate that plate while you're stamping. It just makes it so much easier. So let's check it out. I've got a stamp here. Actually, before I did that part, I should line up my stamps. I find it's easier without the cardstock in the way, so you can kind of see these lines. It really helps you line up your stamp. So I have a little stamp here. It's by Neat and Tangled. It's an older stamp set. I don't know if this is still available. It came with like some thank you stamps, and I'm just using the heart for my example today. So we'll just pick that sucker up, pop this back down. I've got this 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock. I'm just gonna slap it on here. I've got more magnets than comes with this set, but that's because I bought another one. So I wanted to, you can buy these plates separately, and each one of these presses comes with 2 magnets. And I found on eBay someone selling a used one of these that they didn't want, so I got a whole second press so that I have an extra plate and extra magnets, and then I have a backup base plate here. There's grid lines on it and everything. You can probably do this without making your little, template down here, but I find this to be easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink up this stamp. This is Memento Rosebud, just random color I grabbed for this demo. We line it up with the pegs, press down. Boom! First heart is in place. Then watch this. We're going to go ahead, ink that sucker up. Instead of rotating the paper, we're going to rotate the whole press. Boom. Oh yeah, how about that? Let's keep it moving, keep it moving. Beautiful. I just find this so much easier than moving the paper around, the way that you can just rotate this whole press and keep on moving along. All right, great. Let me just clean this guy off really quick. I didn't have my little rub it, scrub it prepared. I just want to make sure that it's clean and that I'm not going to get pink on here while I reposition this guy. Let's get it where I want it to go next. That seems about right. And you know what? Let's switch up our colors too. Let me slide out and grab another shade of pink. What do we have here? I'm definitely not prepared for this, but you can tell I'm excited about this technique. All right, we've got Angel Pink this time. This one might be a little bit harder to see, but we're about to find out. Wow, it's so light that it's like invisible. Hope this pad's not dried out. I haven't used it in a while. Oh, it's perfect. We just keep rotating along. And before we know it, we're going to have a wreath. Look how cool this is. Bam. And just like that, we've got a little wreath of hearts. super simple. And you could go in with smaller hearts and, you know, add more if you wanted to. And then on the other side of here, I kind of did my own thing. So I thought I don't make a whole lot of square cards, and I know it's easier to make the wreaths if it's cut down, you know, to be a square piece of paper. But because of the way we're doing this, I can go ahead and use a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of paper. Since I'm not rotating the cardstock, I'm rotating this, and this is already a square. Let's see, I probably should have realigned my stamp again before I put the cardstock on there. Let's go ahead and do that now again. Made the same mistake twice. I'm a mess. All right, let's see. How about that? Keep that there. Boom. Put this guy back. So the way I did this one is I used my same template that I made here for the other one where I lined up the crosshairs, and I used that to trace the outside lines here. So that's the, you know, the shorter side of the card. And then I just kind of lined it up and eyeballed it so that this would be centered, the actual full piece of cardstock here. And this is my first time testing this out. Probably should have tested it out before I got filming. But like I said, this is very exciting to me. I love this little press here. I know everybody rants and raves about the Misty, but I'm very satisfied with this. I love that I can have different plates going at once. And I love they have like a couple of different sets that you can get that work with this. And I have their pattern builder set, which I also love. So far, it looks like this is working. So my goal with this template was to get it lined up in the middle of essentially what would be, you know, a full-size card panel. Get my Rosebud ink back out. We're done with Angel Pink. Back to Rosebud. And I thought if I did it this way, I wouldn't have to make a square card. Not that you have to make a square card with a square panel, but I feel like it's harder to know what to do with it, if that makes any sense. I'm not getting the best impressions here. I could be re-stamping them, but I'm just going to keep on moving because I don't really have any plans for these other than to show you how this works. And last one. Boom, and it worked just how I wanted it to. So I've got that centered. I could cut out a sentiment and pop that in the middle there. I could trim down the sides and mat this on a card, make it really cute. Just about anything. You can make a wreath out of anything. I've been playing around with this since I figured out this technique. This was one of my practice ones. I made these bunnies that are kind of chasing each other in a circle. I thought that was really cool. And then this was another practice one. I did snowflakes. So this could be a cool idea for a Christmas card. This was before I figured out how to get it centered on the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size. So yeah, anyway, this is a technique I'm really excited about using. I think I'm going to try to make my Christmas cards this way this year. I love this stamp press. Like, I just can't get over it. Like this, the Precision Press Advanced is just perfect for me. Everything that I wanted, and this makes it so easy. So if you have one of these, give it a try. Sorry I didn't explain how to do this too well. I will link the video for the instructions on how to make your own wreath builder, so you don't have to go out and buy one. You just need cardstock and a piece of scrap paper, essentially. And then, like I said, for this side, I just used that same template I made from that other video, used it to trace the sides here, and then I actually used this piece of cardstock and I just kind of eyeballed it so that the top and the bottom were an equal width, and that way I know as I'm turning my turntable plate here, this is 6 by 6, like the stamping space in the middle, and my paper is also cut to 6 by 6. So that's what makes it work so perfectly. But hey, give it a try, and stay safe out there, wear a mask, and have a great day. Bye.